Hello, friends. Today, we're going to hear a super funny story called The Proposal. It's about a man who wants to ask a girl to marry him. It sounds easy, right? But everything goes wrong in the silliest way possible. Let's see what happens.
I mean, really, asking a question should be easy peasy. But for our friend in this story, oh my goodness, it turned out to be the hardest thing in the world.
Okay, so first step, a simple plan. Our story starts with a man who has a very simple job to do. But you're going to see that nothing in this story is as easy as it looks. Let's meet our first friend, Ivan Lomov. He put on his fanciest clothes, his nice jacket and white gloves, and went to his neighbor's house. Why? He wanted to ask the girl who lived there, Natalia, to marry him. Simple, right? What could possibly go wrong? Well, everything.
All the funny messes in this story happen because of the three people in it. They are very, very silly. Let's meet them.
So, here are our three friends. First, there's Ivan Lomov, who wants to get married. His one big problem is he worries about everything, all the time. Then there's Natalia, the girl. Her problem? She loves to argue. And last, we have her daddy, Stepan Chubakov. He gets very, very excited about everything. See? A worrier, an arguer, and an excitable daddy, this is going to be funny.
So how does the first silly thing happen? Well, Lomov is just about to ask his big question. He's feeling all nervous, and then, oops, the conversation takes a very silly turn.
Can you believe it? Instead of talking about getting married, they started fighting about a little piece of grass. Yes, a patch of land called Oxen Meadows. One minute, they were being nice neighbors, and the next they were shouting, "It's my grass. No, it's my grass." So silly.
And oh my, it got loud. Lomov forgot all about his question and yelled at Natalia's daddy, "You're not a good neighbor. You're just trying to take my things." Uh-oh, that's not a very nice thing to say, is it?
And of course, Natalia wasn't going to be quiet. She jumped right in and started shouting back at Lomov to protect her daddy. She said, "You're the one being mean." The nice talking was all gone.
And so, after all that shouting, what happened? Well, they told Lomov to go home. He got so upset from all the arguing, and he had to leave. Oh no, he didn't even get to ask his question. But the story isn't over yet.
Just after Lomov left, Natalia's daddy told her a secret. He came here to ask you to marry him. Natalia couldn't believe it. All of a sudden, she wanted him to come back. She started crying. "Bring him back. Please bring him back right now." It wasn't about love. She just didn't want to miss her chance.
So they brought Lomov back inside. Whew, you would think they learned their lesson, right? Nope. It was quiet for just a minute, and then they found something even sillier to argue about.
What were they fighting about this time? Their puppies. Lomov said his dog, Guess, was the best dog in the whole world. But Natalia said, "No way! My dog, Squeezer, is much, much better." They argued and argued about whose dog was the best hunter.
Natalia said something very not nice. She said Lomov's dog was so bad that he shouldn't even be compared to her wonderful Squeezer. Oh dear, the argument was getting way too silly again.
And here we go again with our friend Lomov. All that shouting made him feel very worried and sick. He said, "Please stop talking. My heart feels like it's beating too fast." But do you think she stopped? Nope.
And now we get to the funniest part of the whole story. All the shouting and worrying and arguing, it all comes together in one big, loud, silly mess.
Lomov got so upset about the dogs that his body just went plop. He said his heart was hurting, his arm felt funny, and his foot felt sleepy, and then he flopped right down into a chair.
When Natalia saw him fall into the chair and close his eyes, she screamed. She thought he had died right there in her house. Oh my! The whole room went crazy. Natalia was crying, thinking she was in big trouble. Her daddy was running around holding his head, thinking he had ruined everything. It was a big, noisy panic. And right in the middle of all this mess, Natalia's daddy had a very funny idea. While Lomov was just lying there, all sleepy, the daddy grabbed Natalia's hand, and he pushed it right into Lomov's hand. He was making them get married anyway. The daddy shouted, "She says yes! Now you can get married! Hooray!" He just wanted all the fuss to be over. Lomov slowly woke up, feeling a little confused, but very happy. And Natalia said yes too. So they were finally going to get married because of all the chaos. So they did it. They're going to get married. But guess what? As soon as they were happy, Natalia said, "Just so you know, squeezer is still better than guess." And they started their silly arguing all over again. What a funny story about two very silly people. Do you think their marriage will be just as chaotic? I think so.